Hey everybody, and welcome to a tour of Tempe. In this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going on a driving tour through the city of Tempe. You've seen Tempe in our last videos. It's home to Arizona State University, and it's one of the most popular and energetic cities that you can live in around Phoenix. So in this video, it's going to be a little more casual. You might want to sit back, grab something to drink, and we're just going to be driving around and showing you some of the biggest neighborhoods and biggest spots in Tempe. So right now we're driving on McClintock Road. We just got off of the 202 Interstate Loop. This is one of the most popular streets in Tempe, so you'll be driving on this one a lot. And we're taking a left into Tempe Marketplace. Tempe Marketplace is one of the most popular entertainment destinations. Even if you don't live in Tempe, I'm sure you'll end up at Tempe Marketplace. Tempe Marketplace is filled with bunches of different businesses and restaurants. I'll just start listing them off. Let's see, in here we got Barnes & Noble, Bath & Body Works, there's a Best Buy, there's a World Market, you got Target, of course, Harkins movie theater if you're looking to do something. They also just opened a Nerf arena. You can go shoot Nerf guns. That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go do that with my friends. I'm really excited. Famous Footwear, Five Below, GameStop, H&M, Hot Topic. There's a car wash, Jackson's Car Wash, JCPenney, different kinds of shoe stores. You have Michael's Art Supplies, you have Men's Warehouse. They got everything here. It's Tempe Marketplace. It's your classic strip mall. If you want to come here for maybe a weekend shopping trip or maybe a lunch date, basically, Tempe Marketplace is your one-stop shop right next to ASU, and all the college kids around here know that, and that's why this Target is the busiest Target in the state of Arizona. Tempe Marketplace, these parking lots are empty right now. I'm driving around on a Sunday morning, but you come out here on a Saturday, and sometimes these parking lots will be full. So Tempe Marketplace, definitely one of the biggest places you want to look out for. One of the things you'll notice as we're just driving around is the amount of concrete spread all over Arizona. Fun fact, there are more parking spots in the city of Phoenix than there are cars in the city of Phoenix. There's just endless parking lots for miles, it seems. It's part of the reason that Phoenix has gotten so hot over the past few years, but you can really see it when it comes to places like Tempe Marketplace, just endless blacktop. Another thing you'll notice driving around Tempe, lots and lots of palm trees. Arizona loves its palm trees. They're not native, but we planted them everywhere, and some people like them, some people don't. I think they look really good, so even though they're not native, I do love me some Arizona palm trees. To the left over here, we got Jackson's Car Wash. And now we're turning out of Tempe Marketplace. We're getting on Rio Salado Parkway. So this is the northern end of Tempe, right? You get off of the 202 and that's the city boundary. The northern end of Tempe is ASU territory. This is all college town. You got more apartment buildings being built on the left. As we head down the parkway, we're gonna get closer to ASU, the ASU Stadium, and all the different buildings like that. There really isn't a lot of interesting stuff to point out for this next little bit, so I'll shut up, throw some music on. All right, so we're coming up on Tempe Town Lake and northern ASU. That big old rock you see to our left, that's A Mountain. A Mountain is famous for ASU. There's a giant A on the other side of it. It's one of the easiest hikes. It's less than a mile to the top. I think it's like a mile round trip. It's basically straight up. It's paved. You can get it there. It's a great spot to watch the sunset from. To our right, we have the iconic State Farm building, and beyond it, Tempe Town Lake. So I'm actually going to overlay some other footage of Tempe Town Lake here. Tempe Town Lake is several miles of walkable, bikeable, scooterable park. You can rent kayaks, you can go for dinner on Mill Avenue and then take a walk on Tempe Town Lake. They often have festivals and events here. Yeah, it's a well-known little park area. Great hangout spot, definitely one to keep in mind. All right, we're officially driving on Mill Avenue now. This is one of the spots you gotta know. If you know Tempe, you know Mill Avenue. This is Party Central. This is the party street. If you come to Tempe, you're probably going to Mill Ave. Friday night, Saturday night, these streets will be packed. Well, they used to be packed. Since COVID happened, Mill Avenue's definitely taken a hit. Some of the largest businesses that, like El Jefe was a bar that everyone knew the name of it, now you can't go to. You can see this lady dropping her stuff in the middle of the street on a green light. Love to see it. These are the kind of shenanigans that you will see driving on Tempe streets, so get ready for that. Let's see. Coming up on Mill Ave, we got some Varsity Tavern on the left. We got an indie movie theater. Mill Avenue has a lot of restaurants, bars. There's an AMC. There's little parks for walking around. There's the Game Board Cafe, Snakes and Lattes, that's a good one, as well as the chains that you'd come to expect, like Jimmy John's, Jack in the Box, stuff like that. Now, the buildings that you'll see to the left, that's ASU Mirabella, the retirement home, and a new building to go along with that. I think it's just another housing option for Mirabella. ASU is constantly doing construction. Fun fact, ASU, the business, has its own construction team that works full-time around the clock. So there is never not construction on the ASU campus. Makes for joy as a student. I really love it.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive.
Driving down University, now we're in the heart of college territory, right? So this is ASU territory. You got Old Main, a bunch of school buildings. Let's see, we got the design school to the right here. You got some private businesses dotting all this, famous places like Chop Shop. You got the Chuck Box, hamburger place that takes cash only. This is ASU territory. It's some of the prettiest areas in Tempe. Lots of palm trees. We're coming up on dorms to our left, the famous ASU bridge on top. This is pretty good. Like I said, we're driving around on a Sunday morning. You try to drive on University any given day of the week, you'll be stopped on University. This crosswalk right here, definitely over 1,000 students cross it a day. Every light cycle from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, you'll just see a crowd of students cross. But it's summer right now. There's no students on this campus. It's just us. So honestly, a good time to drive around. That is one of the things I will say. I live in Tempe. With the construction here, with the traffic, driving is something you're gonna have to learn to be very patient with, as you've gotten a little hints of in our video so far, but you'll see more as we continue. A lot of street lights here, pretty low speed limits, and it's not too bad in the summers, but during the school year, with students milling about everywhere, with construction, all those things add together, and Tempe is not the best driving experience. That being said, if you want to live here, you're going to have to learn how to tolerate it or get around other ways. Speaking of other ways, we've got the light rail that crosses right here. The light rail goes right through the heart of Tempe, stops off at major destinations like Mill Avenue, the ASU Stadium, and then continues on east towards Mesa. So we're now driving on Rural Road. You've got Greek housing to your left for ASU. Barrett the Honors College, first year dorms are to our right. Barrett the Honors College is ASU's honors program. The differences include basically you're graduating with an additional, not degree, but I'd say certificate. So you graduate with whatever your general degree is, as well as you graduate from Barrett the Honors College. So if you're looking to come to Tempe for college yourself, or maybe you have kids, Barrett the Honors College, I have a couple friends in it. If you are a STEM inclined major, like let's say engineering or computer science, Barrett looks really good on your resume. For the art majors like us, doesn't really do a lot, but that's okay. So now we're driving down Rural Road and we're getting a little bit further away from ASU territory. We're now into more suburban Tempe. You've got your grocery stores, your laundromats, your fast foods, all those sorts of things. This is your pretty standard neighborhood stuff on Rural Road. Once again, I really cannot illustrate enough how tranquil of a driving experience this was, and how unusual that is for Tempe. Tempe is not at all a tranquil experience. I would never normally describe it that, but I guess we picked the right time. So I'm happy that you guys can see Tempe maybe at its best in terms of driving. I'm gonna speed up the footage for you here as we're just driving down Rural Road. Nothing too interesting happening. You'll see businesses, and as we head further south into Tempe, we head away from that ASU territory. It turns more suburban, so less apartments, less condos, and more freestanding houses. Catch you on the flip side. Maybe we can be friends when you're not so fragile. When you know yourself well, somewhere down the sweet line. When I do things for me, 'cause I don't wanna be. All right, we're taking a turn here. I want to show you guys some neighborhood streets up and close. So I'm slowing down the footage here. This is pretty standard Arizona housing. You got trees in front yards, generally not too tall, but very, very necessary. Shade is essential in Arizona, and some of the most sought after properties are the ones with the biggest and oldest trees. Houses in Arizona generally don't have basements. It's very rare that you will find a home with a basement in Arizona. But many homes do come with underground pools, which honestly, I consider it an essential for the summer. If you don't have a pool on your property, you better know where the nearest pool is to you, because sometimes that's the only thing you can do outside during the summer. All right, we're heading out of this little neighborhood and back onto Rural Road. I want to show you guys some of the nicer, more upscale neighborhoods. So we're going to head over to the Lakeshore district. I'm going to fast forward through this drive portion to get us there.
I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely.
All right, we're turning down another side street. Give you guys a closer look at some homes.
I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
So as you can see to our right, we have some duplexes, some freestanding houses, a lot of different constructions, right? That's one of the things you'll notice about Arizona homes too, is that they're all very unique.
It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights.
All right, so we're coming up on Lakeshore. You can see we're actually peeking into the back end of it right here. We're gonna go around and drive through the main stretch, but that's a little sneak peek. There are a lot of man-made lakes inside of neighborhoods in Tempe and all around the valley in Gilbert, Chandler, anywhere you go. It's a very popular neighborhood feature, and for good reason. Just like I mentioned with the pools, a lake serves the same function. Having a body of water to cool off in for these hot Arizona summers is really, really nice.
I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. I'm gonna go where my heart is. From now on, I'll be honest.
So now we're driving on Lakeshore Drive. You can see the lake start to appear to our right. We're going over a bridge right now. We'll turn down a side street and I'll give you guys a closer look at some of these nice houses right next to the water.
I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always pray all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. Work is almost over, summer's getting closer. No time to be sober, sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive.
So you can see this black and white house to our left. This one backs up to water. So the backyard of these houses backs up directly to the lake, and you can tell these are some of the nicest houses in the neighborhood.
Get out every once in a while. I feel the love. I feel it growing every day. I feel the love. I feel the love. I hope it never goes away. I feel the love. Feel the love. I feel the love. I feel the love.
All right, we're now in the heart of southern Tempe, and this is suburban territory. These are your homes, these are your condos, these are where the most affordable parts of Tempe are to live. We're taking a left here into one of Tempe's most major commercial parks. Right next to the I-10 interstate, we got IKEA, Main Event. Let's cut to some drone footage to give you guys a better look. finally, we're gonna finish off with a drive through Kiwanis Park. Kiwanis Park is the city's, aside from Tempe Town Lake, it's the city's biggest park. It's got a lake with walking paths, boating options, as well as several recreational buildings for sports like soccer. There's baseball fields. All right, and we're finishing off this tour with an Arizona classic, pulling up to the Circle K and buying $5.50 a gallon gas. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Tempe. If you guys are interested in more Tempe content, check out our You're Not Buying a Home, You're Buying a Neighborhood series with features on Tempe, or we have neighborhood overview features on every city in the valley from Tempe to Phoenix and more.